of press that is being exhibited in his play. That's what I think is weird. Like Travis Kelce, I don't see him pressing during the games. He drops the ball. I see him, getting mad on the sidelines. But like, oh, Mahomes is actually playing differently. Now, the way he plays differently manifests in like more aggressiveness running and physical play, where Lamar kind of just will throw the ball, sometimes just drop the ball and throw it to the wrong teams. But Danny King, I'm Mahomes guy, so just saying.
Right. More on this game in front of me
Again,
just a little bit.
A prime textbook example of Chiefs-Ravens, two dominant teams, 1-3. Hey, what's going on? We're just trying to figure out who's on 15 minutes. We don't know. We can't figure this out.
You let that bait for 15 minutes.
But it's true. It is.
You were waiting for that.
It is a textbook.
When it was the perfect moment.
What's going on? Eagles, Bucks. These teams are both 3-0.
What's going on?
Jalen Hurts talked about the game plan, what it might be and what it's not. Take a listen.
Hope isn't a game plan, and worry and fear isn't a game plan either. And so going out there and truly feeling confident in having an answer versus anything that they do, that's always, what you're striving for. Everybody wants to have that sense of security in what we're doing. And then you have times where, they kind of get you. And that's a part of the game, and you learn from it, and you build from that.
If you thought that my body language expertise was a bit too far, wait till I debut my "What is Jalen trying to tell me about his jewelry choices?" I've been working on that. He wears different stuff to convey different messages. What do you need to see from in this game?
I'd like to see Jalen Hurts continue what he did in the second half last week.
Correct.
And Tampa is 3-0, but very easily could be 0-3.
Yes.
Again, that's not to take anything away from
Well,
it.
that's the same with Philly, right? Philly pretty easily could be. I mean, again, I don't think either team. I don't think either team actually could be 0-3.
Right.
But either team could have lost a game or two
Philly's
along the
played
way.
far better competition, though.
Yes.
I've got a great stat from Josh.
Yeah.
The last minute go-ahead drives for Tampa is different than Philly, especially in that game against Dallas.
Want to hear my great stat from Josh? I'll read it verbatim. First game ever between 3-0 teams that each won all 3 games by 1 score.
There you go.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
There you go. That's a fun one.
Well done, Josh.
Incredible.
Good job, Josh.
Historic.
But whatever Philly's offense is going to be, I feel like for style points, I know they will say it's all about winning. Just win. It doesn't matter. But when you have all of the pieces, you were talking about earlier in the show, like the last time they lost to Tampa, they didn't have Devontae Smith or A.J. Brown in that game. Like, that game doesn't feel terribly relevant if those guys aren't there. But with their offense struggling now, I'd like to see Jalen Hurts do better than Michael Penix did against this defense. Like, here's what the quarterbacks have done against Tampa, because Tampa's defense is ranked pretty well, and none of it's that impressive. None of that feels like it's terribly unattainable. But I would like to see Jalen Hurts.
You need Jalen to throw for 300?
I don't
know that he's throwing for 300, bro.
I don't need him to, but in terms of, let's not see the passing game start when they're down 19.
Well,
they better not be down 19.
Sure.
Really
well, so throw it earlier in the game. Don't just play so conservative where you have to use it at the very end.
I agree. Like, I would like to see them throw more, throw downfield more. But to me, just win this game.
Well, that's Philly's whole mantra.
It's particularly this game, though, and obviously you're right, the receivers weren't there. But still, you've lost to Tampa the last 2 times. I just think you want to send a message to the Bucs like, look, you don't have anything on us. We treat you like we treat everybody else. So just win this game. I don't think this is the week to experiment. I agree they should do that, more. But this week, just get the W.
So I don't think Philly should feel like they had a good game plan last week. I think the team, that was a great win. I think that the Eagles organization should feel awesome.
Yep.
I think Jalen and AJ should feel great about how they rallied. I think Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, should feel awesome. And Sirianni maybe should even be like, man, even though we did fumble the ball right after halftime, I'm going to say I gave a great halftime speech because right after that we rallied. But Kevin Patullo and that offensive game plan, the opening script, all of that, That's the one part of like their week 3 grade that I would say, yeah, you failed. What you thought would work offensively resoundingly, historically didn't. Where you're at Gillette and you see the flash that says they have 1 yard and we're midway through the second quarter.
Minus 1 passing yard.
Right.
It's not enough.
And so
Not good.
I am not discrediting the win, but as like this is a Coach Mangini staple. Do not ignore in victory what you would not ignore in defeat.
Okay, and Jalen Hurts is.
No, but and again, I want to make it very clear. I'm not trying to play the what-if game like, oh, they should be this record. But I do think if I'm Kevin Patullo, I am trying to ask myself, if Jordan Davis doesn't block that, and we lose that game, am I saying I did us wrong by how conservative I was early? So I agree with Danny 100%. I think they should have a concerted effort to put on film, we will open the game with 7 straight passes if we want to.
That'd be
You know
nice.
what I mean? We can do that because I also think, Brew, that'll help Saquon. Right
No,
now,
I
I think
agree.
teams
I
are
agree with
acting
that.
like they don't have star receivers because they might as well not because they're not throwing it to them early. So that's I think what's smarter for Philadelphia to do that in this
The
spot.
last time there was a lot of like this much hubbub, it was
The
going
Steelers
into that Steelers game. So they did respond a little bit to the media pressure.
Well, that was internal. I mean, that was different because
That was A.J.
that was
Brown
A.J.
after the
Brown.
Carolina
and-
game.
But Jalen blamed the media.
Yeah, I know. Again, if people
What?
forget, A.J. Brown was like, passing offense needs to be better. Then Brandon Graham went on local radio and was like, man, those guys used to be friends. I don't know what happened.
Right.
And then Jalen
And they
Hurts
blamed
came out and was like, is this what you guys wanted?
Sit down. Drew Brees. That's what you wanted to see.
Coming up next, the friendliest / meanest segment in all of sports. It's frenemies.
Danny lost last week.
I did? Is it
Yes.
scored?
Between us.
He won the
State
first
scored.
week. I won the second week.
Or Chiefs-Ravens.
Yeah, I mean,
arguments.
he said the Giants, I think he guaranteed a Giants win.
I did.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin.